Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Today we're going to be watching The Wire Season 3, Episode 4. Hope we've had a good day.
Not only do we hear and appreciate your input, but we are fully committed to giving 110% in our efforts to fight this war against drugs.
I already like that camera span.
But we can't do it alone. So when you see illegal activity, we need you to pick up the phone and call it in so that we can get...
Bullshit.
My cousin Willie Gant cooperated. He went downtown and testified. He died today.
Yeah,
I know
that's...
the problems.
See, that's the point. That's the point right there. What happened to Gant? Sorry. But more importantly, civilians are not going, there is no help. Like, they know that. The trust between the police force, the governmental force in the city, and the civilians is completely ruined. I mean, look how bad it's gotten. And like she said, she would call. She gave him a shot and they never showed up. So you can't, it's going to be hard to convince them to help you out. And it's honestly, on the other side too, it's hard to convince anyone to even join the force if you know they're not really making a dent into the problem. You're not taking it as seriously as it should be. I'm stopping already because I really do like how it was Jesus and the disciples, and then, you know, here he is trying to, you know, say his piece.
Seems insurmountable, but we are making progress.
No, we are not.
My kids, they can't play outside no more. Some nights when we hear these plops, we got to sleep under our beds.
You need to listen to them. This is truth.
Is that in that picture you got up there?
It's the quality of life that is also, you can't put a statistic on that. Well, they're not going to show you the statistic on that, but the quality of life that they're living is terrible. They're always in fear. They can't really go outside without having some, you know, interaction or influence from the gangs and the drug problem. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I can imagine how frustrating it would be to listen to these officials say, oh, it's getting better, don't worry. No, it's not. When you basically live in fear. You never know if your child is walking to school, if he's going to get in the middle of a crossfire. And or if something, or, you know, or if he gets influenced to join them. What are you supposed to do? What can you do? Right? So frustration already. I'm already frustrated. I think this season is going to frustrate me quite a bit because I really get, you know, found it annoying and irritating how the political side of, you know, the lieutenant and all that. I mean, it's really annoying, and I hate how they just put numbers and statistics on bodies. Like, it's not like as if it's not a big deal. Like Gant, he stepped up. He tried to do the right thing and he got killed. It's just, you know, it's been like 2 minutes. It's been like 1 minute and I'm already riled up. I'm sorry.
Giving you the wrong impression tonight. The truth is, I can't promise you it's going to get any better. We can't lock up the thousands out there on the corner.
It is a lot.
Put them even if we could.
So, what's the answer?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, I'm not sure. It can't be a lie. So you're Sergeant.
Yeah, it's,
As I was pointing out,
there is no solution at the moment.
To put out the fire.
Marla Daniels. I'm running.
Gonna take a run at Unetta Perkins. I know who you are. Anyway, good luck with Unetta. And welcome, Miss Daniels, to the noble calling of public service.
Yeah, real noble. Real noble. So his name is Daniel. He doesn't look like a Daniel to me. It's not going to stick in my head.
Tired make you lose your mind?
Yes. Being tired does make you lose your mind. Absolutely. Being tired of the same old and of bold-faced lies. Oh, you gotta go for the workroom.
I want to know what happened to the Barksdale people especially.
And this pay how much?
Let's treat it like a real job. Say 5 an hour, 30 on the day max.
30 of the
That's
day
minimum
max.
wage. Johnny, I don't think much of this here with y'all. Me, I've been working since I was a kid.
Yeah? What's your resume read like, Bubs? Just curious.
I love like hearing the backstory on Bubs. I really do. And I love how he takes pride in like, oh yeah, I'm a real hard worker, you know? This character is one of my favorites. I love seeing him. Oh wow, I was about to say I love seeing him struggle, but I don't love seeing him struggle. I love that they show his struggles. And I really do hope, please, like at the end of all this, he's one of them that overcomes everything. Like, please, please, please. Like, give me some fake TV show happiness.
It's been a while since I punched the clock.
When was that?
I was still playing. Got one of them stock boy jobs.
What happened?
I put a clock right in on the trash can one day trying to be cute, got caught. See, that's me. Born fuck up.
No. Oh, man, that's messed up.
All right, you know what? $5 an hour to 30 on a day.
That's messed up. I mean, he made a mistake, but if it was a long time ago, he was young. You make stupid, irrational decisions when you're young. Your frontal cortex hasn't fused together yet. And it sucks that it stuck with him. It sucks that could have been like the very, very small. I like saying snowball effect because in truth it is. Like everything is a snowball effect. Is he tempted? I wonder what's going through his mind right there. It's like they have a mutual understanding that it sucks that right in that scene. It's like, that's what you get whenever, you know, that's how much money you can get whenever you join the game, basically. And they were both young. So they were both young, had money, they're riding in a nice car, and the two older guys are in the back of a truck or driving a truck going to do hard labor. Like it's a definitely the tougher road to take. But I think there's something to be said that you still take it.
Is your get out of jail free card. On this card is my full name and phone number. I'm looking for the officer's gun, which happened to misplace itself during this incident. I don't care who has it now.
They're so young. They're so
I
young.
just need to find his way home. You give me a good word on that gun, and I can make almost any charge disappear. Shit, I had to try something.
True. I bet it's a lie, though. I don't think he can even get him out, though. Like there's always such a long line. And you know what I've noticed, actually? We haven't seen yet any initiative to help recovering addicts. Like from Bub's perspective, he's gone to a couple meetings that are sponsored by community members themselves. Like there's not a government entity that I've seen so far that stepped in and tried to help out addicts. And you know what the thing is? If there's no demand, there's no supply, to be honest. If the city would just initiate a strong, like, I don't know, program support, I don't really know, but if we can, you know, clean the addicts and just give them some support, make more jobs. I don't know, guys, but do you see where I'm coming from? Like they're so focused on their numbers and statistics and things like that. No one's really turning onto the actual victims, because the victims are not only the ones that have passed away, it's the ones that our lives are completely altered. Like look at Bubs. How many years has he spent trying to get clean? And every single time it looks like he's tried to get clean by himself. Like, yeah, he had those meetings for a little while, but those only can go so far, because if they are sponsored by community members themselves, I'm sure they're dealing with their own stuff like jobs, money, family, whatever it may be, right? It's difficult to put in extra hours if you don't have many extra hours to give back, right?
Yeah, he down across Fremont? Yeah, on this side. Oh, and Barksdale's down the way.
I hope he doesn't get caught too. This is all risky.
What do we owe the honor?
I am not tough enough to be police. I'm just not. I don't think I can handle it mentally, emotionally.
You even listen to me, McNulty?
I got a real case to bring in. A fellow named Stringer Bell. You might have heard of him. I don't know.
You got a mouth on you, boy.
I wonder if Lester's going to get fed up with McNulty's shenanigans. I mean, the rebellion has to go so far, right? I mean, there is collateral damage and people do get affected by his decisions. I mean, he just got off the boat, so this is risky, but I do got to respect that he's standing firm.
Motherfucker probably owns half Baltimore without us even knowing it.
That ain't the point.
Probably laughing his balls off right now. You, me, Daniels, all of us.
You even
Is it more
pretending to speak for anyone other than yourself, McNulty?
I'm speaking for the job.
You want to talk about police work?
Yeah, see, this is where I understand Lester's rage too, because at this point it sounds more petty and more so like it's I don't know what's the word, self-interest. I don't really, you understand what I'm saying? Like it sounds more of like his personal vendetta rather than it's the right thing to do. And like I said, it affects everybody else. You can't just go off and be Batman. You can't. You gotta do your 9 to 5 and then after hours go and be Batman. That's why Batman's Batman at night. You can't be Batman during the day.
I was doing the job when you was just dreaming on it. Daniels was out there too. Now you're gonna fuck him when he pulled you off a goddamn boat.
It is very disrespectful, yeah.
He's earned some loyalty.
Yes.
Fuck you, Lester. I never thought I'd hear that chain of command horse shit come out of your mouth.
Motherfucker, I spent a lot of time in a lot of weak units.
You know what? I love Lester right here because McNulty, you're being so childish.
You put fire to everything you touch, McNulty, then you walk away while it burns.
Correct.
I got nothing more to say to you.
Lester's also one of my favorite characters.
I'm surprised at you, girl. Daniels raised you from a pup.
I do normally see her as the type of person that gets the job done as it should be. I don't really see her as Catwoman. Oh, just a little head shake. Oh, damn. Even he's disappointed. Woo.
Check on those fucking properties.
Oh. I'm over here like, yeah, Lester, you tell him. You go. You lecture him, whatever. And but as soon as he leaves, like, yeah, he's got a point. Yeah, we know McNulty has a point. That's why it's hard to hate him.
Cheesecake's fine.
They bring it in from Michael's out on York Road. It's got a little cinnamon in the crust. None better.
I'm sorry, just hearing like political officials talk about, oh, how's your cheesecake? Is it good? There's a little cinnamon in it. Oh, while the city's on fire, it just aggravates me a little bit, but.
Especially when you get that first paycheck. I mean, $80K is nothing to sneeze at for a number 2 security job. Full bennies on top of your pension?
Yeah, it's generous.
My only regret was that I didn't tell the deputy ops to stick it in his ass on my way out the fucking door. But what? You gotta ask your wife?
Oh, man, I ain't gotta ask her nothing. I'm just letting Mr. Jenkins do a little is all.
Well, $80K on top of a pension. I guess, do you really want to retire?
They got corners up on Argyle. Avenue corners belong to everybody. Some move with Barksdale and some independent like.
What about the lower avenue corners and the Poe homes?
They belong to this young boy named Marlowe.
Here comes Marlo.
Bell and Barksdale were gonna hold anything that hold on to the homes and avenue corners.
Marlo, one of Barksdale's people?
That's the tag on the truck he ride. 107 M703.
Bubs is smart.
You want the truth? I ain't never used one of these. Never had no call to.
Yeah, well, I didn't pick you up for your landscaping skills. You're gonna be riding in the back of that hard truck, bouncing around every day. And your back's gonna be yelling at you. I used to drive an SL, pretty gold convertible, nice rims.
You put it behind you, huh?
Some can. I'm just saying, you wanna stay on the straight. Ain't gonna be no big reward to it.
I love that he has someone like him telling him that right now, but I hope this doesn't deter him, because it is difficult. It's But he's telling him the truth. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He's not like, oh, yeah, there's rainbows and sunshine and a pot of gold on the other side. Like, no, it's hard. Basically, it's extremely hard, but it's the best choice.
This is it right here.
How goes Kintel Williamson?
Ooh.
Anything there for you yet?
No, not yet. Parole hearing. This soon.
He fingered a dirty guard up at Jessup, apparently.
That's some bullshit.
Yep. It's the quote for this whole show.
Mr. Barksdale ran a continuous violent criminal enterprise and was a major drug trafficker. Parole Commission's not going to walk him on his first trip to the plate.
Yes, he is.
After a letter like that.
No, I feel like Avon's going to get out. I think that's the number for the people. I'm glad it's no longer in service, but seems like he's looking for trouble.
Woman living there last time I checked. Just the front name.
His girl, maybe. You think he met her in college?
College? He goes to college.
But I got a hit on a Marlowe. Street name of Black. Marlowe Stanfield. 22 years.
22 years old.
This thing with Lester, I feel like shit about it.
Well, you get used to it.
No, don't initiate her. No. Why is he always overlooking people like that with food? Oh my God.
You tried to sneak by me, didn't you?
I was just coming in quiet and respectful.
Hi, sir. I have the eyes of an eagle.
You do.
The fact that
You do.
tried to slither into your workspace undetected. Man, I would murder that if she wasn't.
Okay. I think she's earned her stripes as a coworker and colleague.
Find that gun.
Yeah, okay. Marlowe Stanfield, a.k.a. Black. The boy's the spawn of the devil, King.
Y'all damn near had him on this murder. What happened?
We had a wit, a boy they called Pooh Bear. We stashed Pooh over in East Baltimore.
You lost him?
Not exactly. Boy went back to the west side to cop some Hydra. We found him with 2 in his chest and 1 in his mouth. The bracelet led us right to the spot where he fell. That motherfucker's real.
I know.
At 22 years old, guys.
Beginning today, you can sell drugs in West Baltimore. Push them.
Get to it, people, and don't get captured.
Good luck. Y'all can do it. Come on. Will they do it? Will they listen? What will Marlowe and Barksdale say?
This is a simple fucking thing we're saying here. If you stay on this corner, you're going in a wagon.
And you know what though? He's taking them to kind of secluded areas. Like that's when he saw like, oh, there's only an old lady here. There's only an old lady there. And this will actually help civilians a little bit. It's like a Band-Aid though. But you know, at least as soon as they come out, they're not right there at the doorstep, right?
If you move yourself down to the free zone, down to the vacants along Vincent Street, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. We're coming back tomorrow. And when we do, everybody wears bracelets. Unless you move your shit down to Vincent Street.
Vincent Street is like Switzerland. Or Amsterdam.
The fuck is
Yeah, they're not gonna know what that is.
illegal. You stay here, you go to jail.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I do hope that does work. And every time, see, he's about to call it Hamsterdam, but every time we have dialogue with just the soldiers, I guess, and then they don't know like simple facts like that, like geographical facts, or it just really shows that they got out of school early, that they got brought to the game on early, and it's sad. This is all they know, just like what we saw with Wallace and Bodie.
Hang on, no Hamsterdam. So Marlowe's a hitter. Maybe he works with Stringer.
Makes sense.
I gotta get the scent of my boy Stringer. We've been off him too long.
What's your first move?
Something Prez said.
I need every deed transfer involving that company, Harry.
Oh, we're getting to
Today.
the bottom of this today, Harry.
Yo, I'm asking them corner boys if they know where the Barksdale package be at, and they looking at me like I ain't even talking.
I feel like this is so
On
risky.
this strip, Marlowe's the name right now. There it is. You see?
They're getting rid of the phones. Marlowe seems like he's ahead of the game.
Marlowe's ghosted.
We're kind of sensitive about giving out personal data on matriculating students.
Well, I could come back with a court order.
The Stringer that we've seen on surface level.
I can't show you any paper, but let me get my screen up.
Loopholes. But will that hold up in court?
What do we fucking tell you, man? You take your crew down to Vincent Street. You do your dirt. Nobody's gonna bother you. What do you say?
Well, the thing is, they don't make the decisions. They're talking to the wrong people. These guys are just the soldiers. They follow they get told, take this corner, stand here, you know, or else, basically. I mean, we really you gotta talk to Stringer, Proposition Joe, and Marlo. At this point, you get those guys to agree with you, then it'll happen. But I don't know. Like these guys are at this point are between a hard place and a rock. And besides, they've been running the city thus far. Why would they think that the cops are actually gonna hold them up to the threat?
This ain't a trick, shitbird.
Look, we grind and y'all try to stop it. That's how we do. Why you gotta go and fuck with the program?
It's true. This, from their point of view, this looks like it's out of left field. Who's to say they are telling the truth? Like, why? Right? I would be a little bit suspicious too. It's not like you have trust. It's not like drug dealers have trust with the police.
All due respect.
Yeah.
Nothing but tumbleweeds.
Give me some buses. Tomorrow we clean the corners.
From here to Fremont, you got Boxdale's people, East Siders, and freelancers too.
He's putting in work.
That shit don't make sense.
Bullshit, man.
You too? What the fuck is up with these phones? I've been seeing kids throw them away all day.
Hey, burn this, Kima.
Burn it.
They got smart. There's no way to wiretap a burner.
Another murder. Waverly, no less.
This is why everyone is leaving this city. I was at a community meeting Sunday in West Baltimore. People were spitting mad, and I can't say I blame them.
This guy, I'm really trying to figure his character out. I feel like so far he's the only one that's been taking Baltimore seriously, and not just saying, oh, because they're black, right? Like, it seems like it, but we get glimpses of shady behavior. Like, the way he does things isn't so clean. And I remember in the last episode, I was talking about him wearing masks. And so a lot of the times I'm just wondering, are you saying this stuff as part of your mask? Or is this what you truly believe? Like, I can't pinpoint this character. I really can't.
Well, they could move to a better neighborhood. That is, if they were willing to work for it.
You think there's not good people on the West Side who want the same things that you...
Okay, Mrs. Roosevelt.
All I'm saying is it's not about color.
You could go after Rupersberger in the second. He's only got one term.
Everything's a political move.
I'm gonna run for mayor.
Maybe that's why he's putting the mayor in a tough spot. Maybe that's why he's trying to work his inner circle. He's had his eyes set on this since the beginning. I don't know. Can he do it? Do we trust him? Can he make a difference?
Is she in the right joint?
See that look? Oh, he's so good. That's a good look. I feel like he just set his target. What a diligent student. Valedictorian, you guys think?
She lets me sit next to her, I buy her a drink.
We each give you 10.
Son of a bitch did it.
He did you.
That's Teresa D'Agostino. She's down in D.C. now with the National Party. Campaign fixer.
These all
No shit.
stay
Tommy's
together.
known her ever since law school.
Just hear me out, okay? One drink.
You're paying for it.
Actually, they are.
Oh, you made a bet. Not gonna happen.
Good for her.
This isn't about ankle straps in a 2.5-star hotel, is it? See
That's
right
the
now?
old me, Terry. Everything I got now, my wife, my kids, I would not risk losing them.
That's pretty telling too. What's this about ankle straps to a motel room? Definitely a glimpse into who he is. I'm gonna say is because he hooked up with that woman in hotel room, motel, whatever. So definitely it's not as if you've turned a whole new leaf. I think you've turned a whole new face.
Seeing you with your old gang made me think bad thoughts.
I'm going to make a run for mayor. And you're going to run my campaign.
Ooh.
Give me one good reason why not.
But here's the good one. You're the wrong color. You're not electable here.
I hate to say it, but market wise, not market, advertising, marketability. She's might be right. I think there was another episode where they actually made a joke about that all mayors have been black. So he's definitely, I think, going to be the underdog in this. But I want to also add to the point that they always talk about Baltimore as its own biome in a way. Like how he said, oh, you're from Washington now. As if you're definitely an outsider. You're not part of this ecosystem, and you look foreign. Like they could tell that you're foreign. And I just find that so interesting. But are we really going to go all the way to Washington too? I mean, I know he's doing for mayor, which is still local, but you know, we always get glimpses of these outside sources. So for example, the Greeks, right? The Colombians, I think it was Colombians. Now Washington, like there's always glimpses of the outside world, but we're still very zoned in into Baltimore.
And I never play the long shot.
You like to win.
He
I
looks
need
determined.
someone like you on my side.
How big a win bonus?
Get a white mayor elected in Baltimore, honey. You name your price.
I like the
I
striped
can do
suit.
this.
It does give her a certain
Question
image.
is, are you gonna come with me?
McNulty's stalker you. Such a good detective.
B&B.
Ooh. Ooh. You're telling me that they transferred. Well, this is what I'm assuming. I mean, of course, he could be running things without being on the paper, but it seems like has a lot of power in the palm of his hands right now. So if they transferred the businesses, because B&B is clearly the business, the legitimate business, and obviously I'm thinking it's a corporation where they hold out of their real estate. If all of that is under his name with his phone number, doesn't that kind of gives him what I think he's been wanting, which is this legitimate businessman image. And also, even if Avon comes out and says, oh, those are mine, I mean, no, they're not. Not if they're filed under Stringer. I still would love to see more of Avon, because right now I'm just going off assumptions, right? Which isn't the best thing.
One ass whooping and we back off like some bitches. And then we on this off-brand ass strip right here. Ain't even enough trade for Putin and his crew.
Oh, he's always mad. He's always yelling.
Your boy gave me a number, said to bring you up when I was ready to put in some work, but no answer.
I'm hoping this isn't going how I wanted it to go, but I'm hoping that he's trying to get like one big, you know, like a cushion for him to just get out of Baltimore and get out of this forever. I hope he gets out.
Numbers don't play out the few days, man. You change them up.
Yeah, ain't you know nothing?
I'm trying to get put on.
What you got in mind?
Whatever you got that pays.
Call Shamrock, man, and tell them soldiers finally came into the camp.
Oh, Bodie brought us? Shit, I remember your little ass when you was still in diapers.
Wow.
I used to spar with your older brother, James. Yo, he's still out here?
James been dead.
Damn, that's actually pretty telling, because on one end, Cuddy's the life that he knew, the people that he knew, it just reiterates how it paused for him. It didn't pause for anybody else. So he's really coming out into a new environment. He has to learn about all the, you know, the cell phones, the burners, like all of this stuff. He has to learn so much and assimilate basically back into the world, and which makes it going the hard way even harder, to be honest with you. That's on that side. And on Bodie's side, it really gives us more of a glimpse of how he grew up. I mean, when you have an older sibling, you can't help but look up to them and admire them. You grow up with them. So Bodie sees him, and of course he wants to imitate it, right? And that's one end. And another, we don't know at what age James died, leaving Bodie to basically continue on, you know? And it just really sucks that Bodie didn't have like a positive role model too.
Fuck's up with that cheese box? But you ain't never ridden no school bus before?
First thing we gonna need to do is get you some chrome. Look, come on, man.
That's not even going. That's going to the deep end of the pool so fast.
Residential commercial could work.
On Howard Street, the whole point of the block grant is to bring the west side back and make it high end.
I am pausing so crazy today. I'm sorry, but you cannot tell me this is not ridiculous. How do we have, it's as if they don't know who Stringer is. I mean, of course they do. Why do we have a state senator sitting with Stringer talking business? This is so twisted. And Stringer really is getting, how deep is he in this? How protected is he? Because if he gets in agreement with him, I would assume that he has some level of protection, that they're not going to want to, like press charges on Stringer or whatnot. Because the higher Stringer gets in the political world, the more protection he's going to have. Because if he's making the money and they're already corrupt, they're not going to care. Right? And it just makes him more stronger. And that's really actually terrifying, because who's to stop them? And also, why are they're doing this out in the open? Like truly no fear. Like this is a restaurant lunch meeting.
And the thing is, you're on the ground floor with what you're holding.
So we're still talking more return than just flipping the properties for the condemnation money.
Way more.
Look at them just talking about a business plan.
Yo, no, not right now.
They don't even care that he's most likely doing something drug related on the phone right now. They're just eating their stupid salads. This is really, really, really frustrating. How do you win against this?
No, so go ahead and fill it up.
McNulty will win this
right?
with a sandwich. I already love this scene. I love it specifically because I've always mentioned how a lot of these soldiers are so young. Like a lot of these guys that join up in the game and are out there working the corners, they're so young. Like it just reminds me of Wallace and all of those kids that we see and everything. And seeing them in an auditorium, this is where they should be. They should be there cheering on their team or booing a school rivals team. They should be there for pep rallies. They should be there at school. And a lot of them, once they get into the game, end up dropping out, or just, not going back. And I think this emphasizes how much is really affected by all of this. And it's a lot. Like they picked up everybody here in the middle of the day. That's a lot. They filled up basically a gym. That's a lot.
Because you've not been complying with our directives.
Say what?
You haven't been doing what we ask you to do. When I'm done.
I got pee now.
Tell me that isn't like a classroom. Tell me like that isn't like a teacher and with just a student. Like rowdy kids.
That's enough!
Ooh.
Terrell, why weren't you in school today?
My stomach hurt. I couldn't make it out the bathroom.
Stand up when I talk to you, young man.
Ooh, I love the authority.
I know your mother, Terrell. She didn't raise any clowns. Now, did she?
No, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Did you see everyone just sat down? I was, with seeing them in the auditorium, it did bring some thoughts in my head. Like, how are the teachers doing through all of this? Because not only do they have to see their students drop out and then join the game, but I'm sure they deal with rowdy behavior, aggressive behavior, and I'm sure they're losing funding in the school districts because there's no students, they don't get paid. They get paid by attendance. So if they're not showing up, the school's going to be losing money, no teachers, no extracurricular programs that help them keep out of this. I mean, it's literally a cycle. So what are teachers supposed to do to help fight this as well? I'm sure the classrooms, aren't the best. So it really, I'm glad that she has this authority figure. I'm wondering too if school is a safe haven for some of these kids sometimes, because if there is a drug problem in the city, some of their parents unfortunately have to be affected, meaning they have no positive role model or guidance or care at home, and maybe these teachers are all they got. So it was I mean, this is such a big issue. Like the whole city, I feel like, is completely under distress. And also, the biggest thing is how they showed her respect and they didn't show the major respect. They don't respect cops at all. At all. And that is just really, there's no authority figure there. There's more authority in the teacher than the cops. So how are they going to get these guys to do what they want? Don't know. Look at that. Quiet.
It's yours, Major.
Incredible.
We brought you down here because you're here to learn about the new way.
No respect. I love that scene. That was a good scene.
Go ahead. Rip me a new asshole. College registrar gives up Stringer's course schedule. I tail him to where he's laying his head, downtown high-rise. Get up early next morning, follow him from his door to a lunch meeting with the state senator. Same one with the bagman we bounced the last time around.
I mean, you the guts. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm too paranoid, but I would not be living in a downtown high-rise. Like at this point, he's just rubbing in everyone's faces. No, like how could he be so sure that he can be out in the open like this and not get connected with the game? Only by word of mouth, basically, by reputation, but no solid evidence. How can Stringer be so sure about that?
A couple of white guys at table 2, nobody I read, and all the while Stringer's using his cell phone, making calls in front of these suits like it ain't no thing. Shit,
This would
I
get me
even
mad
write
too.
myself. Got his number from the missions form.
I had Prez pull the B&B property assessments and land transfers from circuit court. Those right there are the incoming and outgoing numbers on his phone. And damn near all of them are downtown exchanges.
So nobody has that specific cell phone number, but basically official businesses.
Account information confirms he's had that number listed for quite a while.
So how long has he been working? Well, honestly, since we saw him go to college the first day. That's how long.
If it was dirty, it'd probably be a burner. The latest in yo tech.
They make a couple of calls with the burner, throw it away.
Well, the fuck are you supposed to get a wire up on that?
Yeah, well, motherfuckers do learn. Every time we come at them, they learn and adjust. When they're buying up all that downtown real estate, I thought they were buying it to flip it.
They're buying more, in fact, and applying for building permits.
Seems that Stringer Bell is worse than a drug dealer.
He's a developer.
Jesus fuck, he's really legit?
Yeah, it's really shocking. They turned the money from drug dealing to something so legitimate and big that he could pass down to generations. I mean, it's I have no words. And he's in a high rise. Wearing a little suit, having little lunch meetings. What is this?
Real police.
Damn.
Now he's out in the open. Why don't you pull him up and ask him? I'll stall Daniels, but after that, you come home with a case we can use, or you swallow your goddamn pride and rejoin this unit.
That's more than fair. I appreciate Lester for reeling him in a little. Also, finally, because what is this? What is this disrespect?
Look, I'm sorry for not returning them calls.
Sorry I don't keep my bed warm at night. Police coming to my door and I got no one to stand beside me.
You say the detective left you a card?
I don't think McNulty should have done that, to be honest. But I guess, you know who McNulty should have gone to? Donna, Dee's mom.
Man said D'Angelo wasn't no suicide. Something about the way the marks was on his neck.
This raises so many
He could have
flags.
been murdered and shit.
This raises so many flags to Stringer. No, is telling him that, like, hey, they're still looking at you. Also, maybe that phone call, if he's paranoid enough, he'll think that phone call is a test. That's number one. Because if all the numbers have been to officials, a new number like that is definitely going to be suspicious. No? If he didn't give his number out to anybody.
Everyone in them walls know who Avon is. Ain't nobody gonna do his nephew.
Except you, apparently.
Right?
Which, I am talking a lot. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really sorry. But, which brings up the point. Does he not fear Avon? Right? Like what he just said, oh, everyone knows who he is. No one would dare cross him. No one would dare step up. But you did. So this is, I know a lot of y'all, I've seen comments like, oh no, Avon and Stringer go way back. They're really close. They have a very strong bond. And I get it. I totally get it. But that doesn't matter. I mean, it does to an extent. I think greed gets to people. I think pride gets to people. And at the end of the day, these two are very tough guys that are very stubborn too. So if they don't see eye to eye, is there any topic or any limit that will break that bond? Like, I think so. I mean, people have gone to war for less.
Now, as far as you and me go.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I did you wrong by keeping you at arm's length.
I mean, just this is so disrespectful. Not only did you get him killed, you're taking his girl and baby? Like, bro, that's really cold. That's really messed up.
I got 2 dead. What feels like a drug rip up in Pimlico. And the youngins out on the scene, they seem to know this Omar fella by sight. I need Omar, Jimmy. Again?
It's interesting how Jimmy's like the strong connection to Omar.
What's up, boy?
What now?
You got the phone receipts from the Virginia run? If my man Bernard doing it like we said and making them runs, and I don't want to have to deal with this no more.
Look at him. He's moving on to bigger and better things. You know what? I'm in McNulty's. I'm so frustrated. I feel McNulty's frustration.
And if Donette call me?
I know. Tell that bitch you busy.
Nope. I'm gonna take the call.
Why Donette? Why Donette? Like how, like a psychopath? I don't know. No way. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's with the lieutenant.
Ronnie.
Ha ha. This is McNulty's fault if he has regrets, because he had chance with Ronnie and then he said, remember, I'm getting back with my wife. I mean, who told him that? Because not his wife, let me tell you. I don't know. You know, McNulty just running off with his own stories. But anyway, so yeah, Ronnie has to chip sell, bud. Sorry.
Rhonda!
Oh my God. Oh, he recognized the car. He's still a detective even though he's drunk. Oh my God. Oh my God. Awkward.
He was strongly suspected to have ordered or caused the deaths of over a dozen individuals. I respectfully ask that you honor our existing agreement and approve Mr. Barksdale's early release.
That's bullshit. All your comments.
And given what this institution was dealing with a year ago?
In a way, for the plot, just for the plot, I am excited to see what this stirs up outside of the jail, right? When Avon comes out, like, I cannot wait to see what he does. It could be anticlimactic and he's like high five to Stringer, or it could be like, what the hell did you do, right? So very excited to see which one it is. But on a more serious note, this is bullshit. 100%. I knew this was gonna happen, but I mean, he's the one who plotted the overdose. Of course he knew who did it.
This is the lesser evil.
Yeah, right. You're releasing evil.
That boy came up short on that money last week, and y'all seen y'all get grinding. So where that money at?
You need to look beyond what he driving and wearing on his back. Boy got a girlfriend.
You went with this little freak up at the high school.
She wearing ice.
High school? I don't even. We're not even gonna start there.
Yo, check out the girl.
It's too much for one
Girl
video.
with platinum around her neck. Game done changed.
There, that. Well,
Game the same.
that
Just got more
too.
feds.
That. Oh my God, I love those 3 sentences right there. That interaction right there is basically the summary of his experience. Are they having like a man-to-man talk right now?
Listen,
It wasn't like I was waiting for an opening with Rhonda.
Okay.
It just happened. I should have told you sooner.
Well, that's fair for the lieutenant. It's fair. And I don't think McNulty should be mad because one, I mean, yeah, they're kind of friends, so I understand how that's your friend's ex. But like McNulty never committed. Number one, that's kind of the biggest thing, to be honest. That's not really like, yeah, that's your ex-girl, but that's not really your ex-girl.
Nah, I wish you both all the best.
Okay, cool.
Shit is on. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm surprised Avon be letting y'all get y'all heads up.
Feel like we're watching him like just get so tempted, you know? Your poor liver. I don't know. Like, who are you gonna call? It sucks that he's burned so many bridges.
You home now.
Unfortunately, I bet, even though so much has changed, I bet he does truly feel quote unquote home now. With drug dealing again, with the game. And it's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't like that, but I don't think he's gonna end very well, which sucks really, really bad. I don't think I can put that end scene on YouTube, so I'm gonna describe it real quick. Basically, Cuddy went to a party. Lots of shenanigans going on. Okay, you kind of got the major ones. Just you can imagine. You know, there's not that many clothes around. There's a lot of things everywhere, if you know what I mean. And at the end, he goes into the back room with two women, and as the door's closing, you know, what was his name called? Wish Chili? And Bodie. Oh, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, he's home now, which, you know, basically signifies that he's back in. And man, I just want a happy ending for him and for Bubs. Frustrating. We didn't get a glimpse of Omar this episode, but I'm hoping that in the next one, you know, with Bunks bringing him back into topic and conversation, we're going to see what he plans on doing next. He's always really an interesting character. We love watching Omar around here. Yes, someone told me like the word I was looking for was vigilante for him. Correct. Like he is our vigilante. McNulty, we just see him behind closed doors still struggling with loneliness and basically the consequences of his actions. Let's be real. I love the lieutenant and Ronnie. That's hip hip hooray. I'm all for it. Like those two, I feel like have good personalities for each other. I like that combo. What the hell is up with Stringer and Donette? And now he's going to be answering all the calls? Why? How? When? The disrespect to D. Can't D just be in peace? I don't know. I do think it would have been smarter if McNulty went towards Dee's mom and said it wasn't suicide. That would have had a way more of an impact than with Donette. Because Donette she was with Dee, but I feel like if they didn't have their son, she really wouldn't be messing with him too much. I don't know. It wasn't real solid. You know, we always saw them fighting and stuff, and Donette always wanted more, and Dee always said no. So I think it would have been smarter to go to Dee's mom. And poor Bunk. The department is stretched out thin, but I hope he finds that gun. I do. And I will say though that this episode had a lot of good scenes, and that's why I kept stopping. That scene with Tommy and at the table where he announced being mayor. The school scene that I already mentioned. I mean, Stringer having a lunch date. I mean, so many good scenes in this episode that really showed us, at least it showed me, that Stringer is out here living his best life, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying. And I'm getting the feeling that each season he's just going to keep leveling up and we're just all going to lose. No hope. I have a little bit of hope. I always have a little bit of hope, but you never know. Avon is getting out. Ronnie thought she could stop it. She cannot. Greed, guys. Greed. Their pockets are deep. And I guess money really truly does talk. So, yeah. He's out. And I can't wait. I don't think it's going to be immediate. I don't think in the next episode he's just going to like, hello. But I really want him out because I need to know already what he thinks about everything that's going on. It is killing me that he's basically isolated. Now, is he going to go through what Cuddy's going through with like all, like how much changed? It's been, I believe, a year or two, almost 2 maybe. And no, I think it's been 2 years. So, I mean, for sure there's changes, for sure. How much does Avon know? How much does Stringer tell him? I know on one side it's like, no, they're really, really close for sure. Stringer told him everything. But on another side, I'm like, Stringer has a secret. I mean, obviously, he sent out to kill D. So I don't think, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. And what he's really going to think about all of this corner stuff, too. And so much. And the Major's efforts on trying to corner them to kind of control the situation, it's not really working. But how do you give the police the respect to be able to execute these things? I don't think they have the manpower, or the higher ups don't have the interest to do that at all. We'll see. What an episode. Thank you so much for watching with me. I appreciate it so much. Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, the full video will be available on my Patreon, so you can watch along with me. And have a wonderful day, guys. Drink your water. Okay? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.